How do you brew the perfect cup of tea? We've gone to a lot of effort to source high quality teas, and it's really important that you make the tea properly to allow the flavour to come out. The first thing is that you should warm the teapot with hot water. This means that when you actually come to brew the tea, the cold teapot won't cool the water down too much so that the tea will brew properly. So just give that a little swirl around and pour it away. Next we take our tea. We have our tea here in a nice tea caddy. That's very important because to store tea properly you need to keep it airtight and away from moisture. You can add as much tea as you want, that's personal taste. The traditional measurement which we give is 1 teaspoon per person and 1 extra teaspoon for the pot. So I'm going to make tea for 2 people here, so I'm going to put in 3 teaspoonfuls. The next stage, which is very, very important, is that when you use the water for your tea, you use fresh water. If you use that water which had already boiled, a lot of the oxygen will have come out of it, so it won't brew properly and the resulting tea will be very flat. So we go and take some fresh water. So here in our tea tasting room we have a special tap which has filters and softeners on it, and it's always better to use filtered water if possible because that will remove any impurities which would affect the taste of the tea. So let the water come to a rolling boil. It must reach boiling point 100 degrees Celsius. You don't want to overboil it because again if it overboils a lot of the oxygen will come out. Okay, so the water is just starting to boil now. Most modern electric kettles tend to actually overboil the water. So as soon as this comes up to the right level, you see it's just starting to roll now. I'm going to actually switch it off so it doesn't overboil. And I'm going to pour that straight onto the tea. And I'm also going to put a tea cosy over the top just to keep that as warm as possible. You really need to give the tea a good amount of time to allow the full flavour to come out. The colour will actually develop quite quickly, but the flavour will take longer. And we say for loose tea, the minimum time you must give the tea is 5 minutes. So now the tea has had a good 5 minutes to properly brew, we're ready to drink it. The next thing we should do is give it a stir, just to mix it up a little bit. And then we can pour it out into the cup. So now it's really ready for you to drink, however you prefer. Just drink it black like that, or with a touch of milk, lemon or sugar. That's really up to you. So that's how to make the perfect cup of loose tea.